there are certain choices. I made a lot of bad choices, obviously, but a lot of choices in my life that made a difference between being a good athlete and being the best athlete. And one of the main choices, like I said, was getting a coach, because most of my career, I was self-coached. I thought I knew it all. And especially being here in Canada, we didn't really have a lot of successful track and field athletes. So we didn't have a lot of successful track and field coaches. So what I did was to choose to go to different routes, go down to the States, go on scholarship, and then eventually go to Britain, where you heard I trained with Colin Jackson, who was the best hurler in the world, had the best coach in the world. And so the choices I made were really the difference between your regular, having, like I said, all athletes have passion. They all, have to actually go out there and do it, take some kind of action. And but I didn't have the coaching. I didn't have the coaching. So that was one of the main things. And also, on top of that is desire. I think there's a little bit of a difference between passion, which everybody has to have to be successful, and desire, because a lot of people have dreams, they have goals, but they don't actually follow through. And when they come up against obstacles, hurdles, excuse the pun, it deters them, it stops them, and it's the desire to go through no matter what. I've been injured. It took me 16 years of training to get to Barcelona. I said I was injured numerous times. I've been through surgeries. I failed most of my career, as most athletes do. So it's really a matter of how much desire do you really have. And I think that is one of the key factors. So you make the choices, and it's your burning desire to actually do better than everybody else, no matter what's happening in your life. And the final thing is perseverance. 16 years, that says it all right there.
And you talked about excuses, so limiting factors. You've talked about this before. Limiting factors for people. You talk about this quite often.
Stay away from anybody who says can't and but. Those are my main two. If you're talking to somebody and I can do this and this, but stop them right there. Done. Don't talk to me, because that'll just drag you down. I work with athletes now. For the longest time since I've retired, people have asked me to coach. And I said, no, not interested. I've had enough track. Not only was I tired of the track, I was tired of beating yourself up against the federation. It's an uphill battle the whole way in Canada. But athletes are the people who make the most excuses. And it drove me nuts, because I knew what it took. I've been through it. I've made enough excuses myself, so I'm giving you the shortcut. These are things not to do. And athletes are the worst by far. We used to train, we're talking about passion again.